I think Tikua is who we're watching, aka Tio, playing Genji on the really good map. Also, chat, that's a good point. You gotta remember, chat. How long has Overwatch League been out for, chat? How long has Overwatch League been out for? Can someone give me the stats? Overwatch League has been out for what? 4 years? 5 years? How many years? How many years have Overwatch League been up? 6 years. Has it really been 6 years? 2017? Yeah, I just want to point it out, chat. Guess who has the best Widowmaker stats in Overwatch League still? Who is it? Oh yeah, that's me. I have the best Widowmaker stats in Overwatch League still. It has been 6 years. And it has not been beaten. So, yeah. Just, you know, just letting you know that that's the person who's coaching you. I also have a 100% win rate. Really? Yeah. I have infinite KD on Widow. I never died. 15 kills, never a single death. Can never be beaten. Those are lies? Actually, not a lie. I have the best Widowmaker stats. And I never lost a game. Okay. Alright, Tio, I'm gonna give you a little hint here, right? So, the way this first point plays out is actually quite important. I don't mind you coming down here and doing a little bit of poke, but what I want you to do, if there's no enemy playing up here at all, and this entire area is free, this is a really good straight one lane for you to poke and do damage and get ult charge. But what I'd like you to do is, in this scenario, something we talked about before, I think it was like 2 days ago, we're watching a Genji player play on Shambali, and they never did this, and I feel like this is a great way to gain ultimate charge. So if there's nothing happening here and they're poking and the fight's just about to begin, I'd rather you take a right side angle here, check what's going on, get a little bit closer, get as close as you can, and before they notice you, do some right clicks. Never go for a kill here. If you get one, great, but if you don't, that's fine. Go down the stairs here and dash through their entire team, right? The reason why we do this is because the faster you get your ultimate, the faster you'll win a team fight, most likely, right? So by starting here, you're actually poking on the Ashe or the Kiriko, whatever. Just play in a way where you don't get picked off and die, because if you die, it's all over, right? But you come down here, and once you start taking some damage, you dash through as many as you can into safety, right? And the reason I say this is because I want you to do this rinse and repeat. If you do this often enough, you'll have Blade before any of the enemy team support has ultimates, right? So you basically get a free Blade. And I feel like a lot of Genji players generally don't do this, but they should. That's your strongest tool, right? Also, that is a long fucking blade. What is this? Oh. It was just... Wait, what? Look at that. So try and keep that in mind. This is something that you should try and explore all the time. Almost every single fight, if you win a team fight, you lose it or whatever, I want you to start thinking about this as much as you can. Like, the same concept goes if you're playing over here, right? And the enemy team is like gathering around this area right here. I want you to like take the high ground up here and do the same thing. You poke, you poke, you poke, you poke again, angle your dash into safety, try and hit as many as you can, get behind, rinse, repeat when your dash is off cooldown. Do that as much as you can, but do it safely, right? There are going to be scenarios where you can't really do it that often, and they're kind of looking for you, but try and be sneaky about it. But yeah, gaining a blade early is really, really important. And if you snowball, chances are that you win the push map is pretty big. I don't know, they had stats on it. If you win the first team fight on a push map, chances are that you win that game was like 68% or something.
Viable progress. Now go get it.
Nice. Okay, not too shabby. Let's not get fixed here. Ooh. Yeah, I saw what you tried to do there. Gotta be a little bit careful though, Tio. I mean, if you get picked there, the fight's over, right? You might not get the next point. So I'd rather you play a little bit safe here. Should have reflected back the orb onto the team there. I think the orb was high priority. Okay, you're playing out in the open a little bit right now. You gotta be careful. Yep. See, that's an issue right there, right? If you... See, what you could have done here instead is that when your team is a little bit all over the place and you see that the Hanzo's coming down here, I don't generally mind if you play over here. Again, you have a straight narrow hallway and you can poke the Hanzo here and you're forcing the Hanzo to do one or two things. One, he takes the fight with you and he might get a lucky headshot or he might not. But if you poke here and you do damage, it might lead to a kill or two. I know that they have a Mercy, but you playing over here also forces the Doomfist to react to you. And when the Doomfist is looking at you, that opens up the possibility of your Junker Queen moving forward. So all again, positioning is key when it comes to this point. And the thing is, if you're playing over there and they start moving towards you, you can always dash into safety by going over here, save your reflect for poking through here, and then rinse repeat, right? Instead, I felt like what we did here is we kind of stood here and kind of did a little bit of poking or whatever. But let's be honest here, man. You're not going to win a poke war against a Mercy Ashe and a Hanzo from that distance. So it's all about getting a little bit closer and trying to finding like corridors and corners and stuff where you can play walls. But other than that, it was alright. I'm just, you know, telling you. Is there a target priority? I mean, supports are always pretty important. But if the Hanzo is so out of position, I think Hanzo becomes a priority target to kill. The teacher looks sexy today. Pen and paper's out, chat. Put that down, please. Thank you. Put it down, please. Teacher looks sexy today. Thank you.
Strike quickly and hold their movement.
I'm very nitpicky right now, Tio. But we've reviewed a ton of Genji players who do this. When you have such an opening here, and the Mercy isn't boosting Hanzo to begin with, you need to get closer. Get closer to the Hanzo to where your right clicks do a lot of damage. Right click, melee combo, right click, dash, jump, whatever. Never start poking from a distance like here, right? You're not going to kill a Hanzo with 3 shurikens here. It's not going to happen. And even if you did, it'd be like 1 in a million, right? You need to get a little bit closer. Angle yourself a little bit here, start poking, see if it's down. If it's low enough for a dash, kill him, secure the kill. But now, you start poking early, 1 shuriken hit him, now he knows it's behind you, the Mercy already knows you're behind him, and now there's a Mercy boosted Hanzo looking at you, you're out of position, your team is over there, you're here, in between two, you're being sandwiched by the team right now. I don't think you get out of here alive. If you do, then you got lucky. But this is a positional error, and this was a poke error as well. If you really want to go for this Hanzo kill, you need to get up close and personal. And if that doesn't work, you need to get up here, play into safety, have dash, so you can go in over here, right? Instead, we'll see what happens, but I think you die here. I haven't seen the VoD, but... Whew. Okay, we're back into it. That dash is very risky. So, funny enough, what you could have done here instead, Tio, is what we discussed earlier, and I'm going to keep hammering this point until you get it. What the fuck? So what you could have done here... So what you could have done here instead of dashing aggressively, you could have moved around here, taken a point over here, dashing to safety. Same result, same amount of damage, but you're safe, right? Try and keep that in mind, Tio, every single time you play Genji, right? Try and get as many people with the dash as possible, but dash into safety. Rinse, repeat, right? Instead, we did a dash, you got the same amount of damage, same amount of ult charge, but you're risking your life for it, right? It's just not good, right? So try and keep that in mind, that doing a safe dash has kind of like the same purpose, but you're not risking dying. So try and keep that in mind. I want to see more of that. Because right now we're doing quite risky charges that could lead to death. I just want to point that out, yeah? Yeah, I don't mind that you're dashing for kills like the way you are. I don't mind that at all. But the main issue I see is that right now you're dashing really and kind of risky. While we don't have to be risky, if that makes sense. That was a nice kill in the Mercy. No comments? Wait, what? What do you mean no comments? Wait, chat, am I muted? Hello? Genji has wall climb, Tio. Never dash aggressively like that, ever. If you want to take this fight with Hanzo, you need to climb the wall. Get closer.
Someone needs to fill this saddle.
Okay, you get Chad Cole. I like it.
Void spawn activated.
Yeah, so 2 things. You swapped off Genji when you had 3% off Blade. Probably not a good idea. I would have rather used Blade for the next fight, even though the Hanzo killed you. Okay? That's the first thing. You should always use the Blade before you swap. Second, it's better if you poke around here instead. They are all busy looking here. If you take an angle over here instead, chances of you getting headshot is not going to be as great. Instead, you're kind of frontlined in front of your tank, and this is bound to happen, right? You're not a tank playing Cole. I mean, we are a little bit beefier than other DPS, but we should never be frontlining. I don't generally like the positioning here. I would have liked that you played a little bit further back instead. But yeah, we kind of got punished for moving in front of our tank, and I'm sure you realize that, but I'm just pointing it out. Also, chat, there's ads.
And I'm just getting started.
Okay.
There they are. Get ready.
And now we're playing Hanzo. We're playing fucking Mystery Hero. Mystery Hero. Can I do it as well? Of course, Birkle. Absolutely. We're playing Mystery Heroes in this bitch, dude. Nah, for real though. Radio Optimism and Lemon Deception, I appreciate you too. Thank you guys. Fucking 21 subs between you. Absolutely mental. Thanks to these two God damn. What is happening? I'm panicking. What is happening right now? We got Lemon Deception popping in with another 13. That makes it 20 fucking 3, dude. Holy shit. Chat, I'm gonna eat a Happy Meal tonight. I'm eating a Happy Meal tonight. I'm pushing my... Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, dude. These guys are kind of legendary right now. Holy shit. What the fuck is going on right now? What's up, Caramel? How you doing? Holy shit, chat. Okay, well. We get Radio Optimism and Lemon Deception with the 13 subs between them again. Chat, can we get this entire chat just filled with Plink? I feel like the Plink emote is kind of what fits the narrative, what's going on right now. Holy shit, you two. Radio Optimism 24 subs and Lemon Deception with a 23. This is fucking mental. We made this stream, Smile. God damn. Jesus. Lemon Deception and Radio Optimism, you both are fucking Giga Girls, Giga Chads, whatever the fuck you are. I appreciate you. You guys are mental. I appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously. At the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. We do have a VoD review to go through, but this is mental. God damn you two. Fucking mental.
Stick with the robot. The breeze brings relief. I am restored.
God damn, dude. Another 6. I have a VoD review to go through! They're still going? Apparently. Watch out for Boob. Oh! Oh, nice headshot. Good. Okay.
Pushing the barricade.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Always put a sonic arrow on the bus station. Or the bus booth, or whatever the fuck they call it. Ooh. He's gonna hit you with a random headshot here, isn't he? Isn't he? Oh, it's you who did it. Nasty. You could, in theory, Dragon here. Get a little bit close. Oh, she got the rest off. Does he get the random headshot on you now?
My streamer, half,
okay.
Less than 3.
I don't really mind the positioning right now. It's okay. They use grab there. It's completely fine. Yeah. Decent positioning. I don't mind that at all, my dude. Decent positioning. You stayed alive for a long fucking time. Lucky Charms, 2 months. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Lemon Deception and Radio Optimism. You guys can stop fighting now, right? I appreciate both of you. You're insane. Thank you. Nice headshot. Another one? Just another bomb. Okay, okay, okay. Oh. Okay, okay.
Claiming the robot.
Jesus Christ, the triple head dink. That's a plinker right there, dude. Oh, I would not do this. I would not do this. Yep. I would not do this. Even though you're popping off, I would never take that duel. It's not worth it. Oh, they're trying to counter you. They're trying to counter you. You're dead. Maybe not. Never shoot the Mercy. You're never gonna hit her. Oh, maybe in the offset that you might. I don't know.
Moving the robot. We are outnumbered. Take heed.
I would just run here, to be honest.
Taking the
Yeah.
robot.
I am in your
How
debt.
irksome.
You can't hide.
I'm absolutely having a Happy Meal today. I might even get 2. Dead serious. One with chicken nuggies and the other one with a cheeseburger, dude. Supersize the fries and go ham.
Returning TS1 to the battlefield.
Ooh. Ah. Positioning is okay right now. You haven't really got caught except for there. So we'll see what happens here. Can I have a cheeseburger? I was thinking about it. What if I just fly you guys out and we have like a Happy Meal party watching the Shrek trilogy? And I just buy everyone Happy Meals. Might be worth it. Ooh. Nice. Careful with the positioning here. That's very aggressive. I would never do that. So in that case there, Tio, I would never jump out the window. Even in the offset that you get the kill, they get the rest off 100%. I would never do that. You dying there, gain nothing. Oh. You jumping up that window aggressively to try and get the Pharah will never work. Like in the offset that you actually get a kill there, they're gonna get the rest off. And the only thing that you did was put yourself in a really sticky situation. Also, if they have a Pharah, here, I'm gonna point this out to you. So obviously, if you're gonna stick to Hanzo and they have a Pharah, you can never play into tight corners like this. This corner is almost too tight. You know what I'm saying, chat? This corner is too tight. You want to play over here instead. And the reason why is because the Pharah's trying to poke at you. And if you play in here, chances are that splash damage will kill you alone. But if you play over here instead, you can maybe get a headshot or whatever. But I would never walk in there when they have a Pharah Mercy, ever. And also, another thing I want to point out, when you try to kill the Pharah here, like, let's not jump out the window. You have to remember that they still have a Hanzo of their own. They also have a Zarya, they have a Lucio. If you play over here, chances are if the Lucio is very good, he's just going to jump up the window here and boop you out, right? And then you're dead. If you die here, sure, you're close to your spawn, but we don't really want to give them anything, right? Currently, we're leading by, I would say, approximately 40 meters or something. So I would rather you just play safe. It worked before, but, you know, we shouldn't really be taking aggressive angles right now because we don't have to, right? So I just want to point that out, that those were 2 positioning mistakes that could have been way, way better. Just pointing it out.
Enemy located.
Someone needs to fill this saddle.
Don't let the enemy take the lead.
Okay, we're back on Cole.
30 seconds remaining.
Get the Pharah. Get the Pharah.
Pushing their barricade.
Suck her dick. Suck it. Get her out. Oh, oh. How is it easier for you to kill the Mercy? You just PP Mercying in the air instead of the Pharah. The fuck?
Lucky shot.
How does that work?
Overtime.
Stay down. Enemy spotted.
Thanks, Doc.
Hello?
This is the end. Get him off that robot.
That's good. That's good. All right. So, when you play Hanzo, you seem to do a lot better when you have a little bit more of situational awareness. You know what's going on in the fight. It's going very poorly for you when you're stressing your shots, right? What I mean by that is that half the time it felt to me like you're kind of like, you get a kill, right? And you kind of start feeling yourself a little bit and you move forward and that usually ends up with you dying. To me personally, we always talked about this on stream where it's like, if you're doing well and you're in poking distance and you're playing safely, the most annoying thing for the enemy team to deal with is a Hanzo that's popping off, right? And if you're popping off on the backline where they can't reach to you, then you're doing everything that you need to do. The truth of the matter is, if you're doing well from that angle and that distance and you're playing safely, there's no need for you to play aggressively, right? We're not trying to create a highlight here. We're just trying to win the game, right? So you're doing enough by playing behind your tanks, and I think that's good. And another thing is when you play Hanzo and you're popping off and you're feeling yourself, it seems to me like you're taking very aggressive angles and almost like jump into the entire enemy team to get a kill. I think that also isn't really the brightest idea to do. It felt to me like when you're playing medium range to far range almost, and you're playing behind your tank, you're getting a lot of value. But it seems to me like you don't realize that you're getting that value, so you're kind of like hopping in and just trying to do everything you can, almost like a solo carry mentality. But it seems to me like you're doing just fine playing safely. When you played Genji, I'd like you to start going behind the enemy team more often and dash into safety to try and get as many people with your dash to build that ultimate. I think that's very important. We pointed that out. That's also when you have the refight. You can use the refight as a means to, you know, prolong your flanks as well if you need to. If they know that you're coming, then you can play with your team. That's completely fine. A lot of the time, in the middle of team fights, you're dashing in first. Your tank isn't even in there yet. You're kind of just dashing in there first in hopes to get a kill. It's all okay to do that, but you need to angle your dash in a way that if you're going to do aggressive dashes, you need to dash into safety while you're doing it, right? You can't just nilly-willy dash in, because, like, what works at this rank is not going to work in the next rank. You know what I'm saying? That's why that some of the tips and hints I'm giving you is not just for this rank alone, but it's also to prepare for the next rank, right? Right now, it feels like you're doing enough to win these games, which is completely fine, but we're here to make you a better player. I'm here to take you to the next level. So that's why I'm giving you tips that you'd be like, but ID, this shit works here though. Like, should I really, like, yeah, you should. You should always strive to be better, right? You should always strive to be better! Always! Never be okay with mediocre. Always get better. Anyways, playing Cole, it felt to me again that you're playing very aggressively. You're walking in front of your tank. Don't do that. Play the poking game instead. Take it easy. Take it slow. You have good aim. It just seems to me like when you're not getting pressured, your aim is really sharp. But the moment you start getting pressure, you start missing your shots. Try and practice a little bit on that, right? It's like a mental click in your brain. Is that, like, it's the same concept. Like, yeah, it is a little bit stressful getting poked at by the Pharah, but the moment the Pharah wasn't in the equation, you're kind of like hitting all your shots. So the way to practice that is just like fucking go into Widow headshot lobbies and just like get that confidence, right? Like just build that confidence a little bit and get a little bit better when it comes to getting poked, because your aim is really sharp when you're not getting pressured. But the moment you're getting shot at, it feels like you're missing a lot. Another thing I want to point out is that positioning when Hanzo was really good. I don't know why. I felt like it was perfect. There's some aggressive angles that you're taking that I feel like you shouldn't be taking. I did point them out for you. But all in all, I feel like you're playing pretty fucking solid, my dude. There are some mistakes here. There are things that you can improve upon and get better. I gave you some alternatives on how you can play certain situations better. But all in all, man, good fucking shit. I would definitely see you take these tips into account and see what you can do with them.